Hey guys, welcome to the official first video on the Salt Studios channel. I have just been reposting Instagram and TikTok content as YouTube Shorts on this channel, but I've said for a while that I plan on making long-form content. I also get a few comments and DMs occasionally of people saying that my Reels or TikToks aren't that helpful, like they're too short or too fast, because I do chop them up and speed them up about 2 times speed. So hopefully with these videos here it'll be a little more helpful and in-depth. I'm not sure the exact format I want to do for these types of videos yet. I think I want to make them fairly short because I respect your guys' time, but also pretty informative. I think it won't be anything fancy. I will probably just get straight to the point. So without further ado, let's get into it. So at Salt Studios, we sell Canva mockup packs, and a lot of people don't really understand what that is. So most people sell mockup packs, but mainly for Adobe and Adobe Illustrator, which can be hard if you are new to design. There is a pretty sharp learning curve with Adobe Illustrator, or any Adobe products for that matter. So we basically wanted to make our mockup packs more accessible to the average clothing brand owner. Because the average person doesn't know how to use Adobe Illustrator. Maybe you don't have the time to learn it. Maybe you can't afford it because it does cost, I think, like $30 a month, and Canva is free. So we made our mockup packs specifically for Canva. I think we have, I want to say 9 mockup packs out right now, and as you see, these are just scrolling across the screen. Those are all our mockup packs. So I'm opening Canva right now. I'm just going to drag it over on top of this screen. I already have a blank page open. I normally do a square. You don't have to do a square. It can be any size, but I normally do a square. I already have all of our mockup packs in my account, obviously, but if you have not purchased them yet, you will have to do that first. Before you can access them in your Canva account. So the mockup packs are already in my Canva account. I'm just going to go over to projects on the left here, and then I'm going to go to designs, and I'll see my mockup packs right here. So I'm just going to search for the one I want. Today I'm going to use a mockup pack called That Guy V2 for version 2. And I think this is it right here. Yeah. So you see all the pages here. These are all the different categories of the mockup pack. We have tops, some outerwear, shorts, pants, zippers, buttons, and some accessories. So I'm just going to create a simple streetwear outfit. Let's do a jersey and jeans. So I'm just going to click on the page that has the mockup I want, and then I'm just going to add a second page and drag the mockup I want down to the second page. And then for the pants, I'm also going to click the pants page. Okay, here's a pair of jeans that I want. Drag it down. And then I do want to add like an acid wash effect. So I'm going to click on this page. Here's the acid wash. I'm just going to drag it down. And doing this won't change the actual template. Like if I click on it again, it'll just reappear. So don't worry about messing this up or anything. When you import the mockups through the projects tab in a new project, you can't actually change anything in like the actual template. And even if you do somehow mess up the actual template, you can just click the link to download it again and it'll like basically reset. So you don't have to really worry about that. And I'm also going to add a button on the jeans. Let's just do this one right here. So now I think we have everything we need. I'm just going to delete this first page, and now the second page basically becomes the first page. And I'm going to size it a little bit bigger. I also have this little yellow circle on my clicker. Hopefully it shows you guys where I'm clicking. Okay, now I'm just going to change the color. So with these mockups, the reason they're compatible with Canva is because you can change the color of the mockup. Just like any other element, like if I went to the elements here and let's say I just added this circle, so you can see that I can change the color up here. It's the same thing. These are basically just elements for Canva. Same with like shapes or other things. You can change the color right in Canva with the color change tool. I got a mean comment once from someone saying that I was lying about being able to change the color, and there's no way you could do it unless you went to like the like where you change the brightness and saturation and all that. But they obviously didn't know what they were talking about, because you can change the color, which I'm about to show you. So the different circles represent different parts of the mockup. So you can just click the different ones to see what color they are. Let's see what this first one is. Okay, so that's the stripes. Okay, I think I want the stripes to be like a dark green color. Yeah, like maybe like a kind of like a camo green, maybe a little more yellow. Okay, and let's see what this second color is. So that's the sleeves. I'll do the sleeves the same color. Let's see what this is. This might be the body. Yes, the body, I'm gonna do it kind of like a cream tan color, and then the only thing left is the middle stripes right here, which I'm just gonna make them white. And now for the jeans, I do honestly like this default blue color for the jeans, but I think I want to make it just a little bit more on like the gray side, like that. And the button, I usually just make the button silver. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so I can place it where it's supposed to go. And there's even buttonholes in the mockup pack. I was just too lazy to add like the button hole, but you can add a buttonhole underneath the button if you really wanted to. And then on top of the jeans, I'm just going to add the acid wash effect. I'm gonna resize it to make it a little bigger and cover up the jeans. Obviously it's gonna be a pretty light effect since this color is light, but let's say we were doing like dark gray pants, it would show up a lot more, and then we may even have to make the transparency of the acid wash less intense, or we could make it full intensity if you wanted. But yeah, I actually kind of like the dark gray look, so I think I'm just gonna keep it like that actually. And then since this is a jersey, let's just add some numbers on top. I just go to text over here, add a heading, and I'm just gonna type like some random numbers. Normally with like jersey types of fonts, they have like the word college in them. So I'm just gonna say college, make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm gonna make it green to match the other green. I could even add like a name of a team or something above the letters, but I'm just gonna leave it letters for now. So yeah, that's how I would design a mockup in Canva using one of the mockup packs from our brand Salt Studios. You can get the mockup packs at saltstudios.us and use code YouTube20 for 20% off your entire order. I know this was a pretty short video and I could honestly make hundreds of mockups for you guys, but I wanted to make it kind of concise, and I will be making more of these videos. So let me know in the comments if you want to see anything specific or any specific designs. Also, let me know what you think about this format. I know it's super simple, no fancy editing or cuts, but I did want to make it very informative and straight to the point. So also let me know what you think about that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.